So in today's video, I'm going to go over a couple ways that you can prevent burnout slash depression. And whilst depression is, such a complex thing, I still feel like there's ways that you can, reduce the effects and, things that you can do to prevent them. And I'm going to go over them in today's video. So the best take I've seen on depression came from Jim Carrey, where he spoke about how depression is really just your body needing deep rest from the character that you're trying to play. See, when you're playing a character, you basically enter a game of tug of war between the real you and the character you're trying to play. And if you're pulling on the side of the rope that has the character that you're trying to play, eventually you're going to tire yourself out and burn out physically, mentally, and emotionally. And this is what leads to burnout and depression. So the solution is to basically just start pulling on the side of the rope that has the real you on it and begin to take steps to act internally as opposed to externally. Since when you are playing a character, you're basically letting external influences such as what people say or think about you dictate your actions and behaviors. This is obviously going to take some time, but the more you listen to how you're feeling internally and take small steps towards acting on that instead of suppressing it, the more you're going to build up momentum, and soon enough your actions will come from inwards out instead of outwards in. The other thing that I would advise is to get your thoughts out there as much as possible. So if you think of your mind like a glass of water that's constantly under a running tap, of course, you need to remove the water before it gets to the top, otherwise, it's going to make a mess. And our minds are very similar in the way that if we just let the thoughts build up on our head, eventually they're going to overflow and make a mess everywhere, aka burnout and depression. So it's very important to get your thoughts out there as much as possible. And you can do this in many ways, such as journaling, solo walks, or just sitting in front of a mirror and talking. And going back to the water analogy, unlike the glass of water, we can't actually see when our thoughts are about to overflow. And this is why depression and burnout come at the worst of times and they creep up on us unexpectedly. When you are getting your thoughts out there, it's important to follow the two rules of never lie to yourself and always address the elephant in the room. You can always lie to your friends, your family, your girlfriends, whoever, but there's really nothing to gain from lying to yourself. You're only hurting yourself by doing so. And addressing the elephant in the room is important because, I've had times where I'm reflecting and there's something burning in the back of my head, but I'm addressing other topics. And once I did address that elephant in the room, I found that I felt a lot better than, just ignoring it and speaking about other things. These things also help you with tackling the problem of playing a character, as the more comfortable you become with your thoughts, the more aware you also become of who you are and, the kind of person you want to be. Also, as you become more comfortable with being honest, you find that you can be more honest with other people. And honesty is also a big part of not playing a character, as you'll find that when you are playing a character, you're biting your tongue a lot and, not saying how you really feel in a lot of situations. Whilst I believe that the methods described in this video can really help significantly with preventing and reducing the effects of burnout and depression, I just want to say that I think that depression is such a complex topic that I think that there's not really a one size fits all solution for everyone. So just apply this to however you see fit. I also believe that depression is just as much as part of being a human as the feeling of joy is. And therefore, you can never fully eradicate depression. So yeah, that's it for today's video. If you found the ideas useful to you, then please let me know in the comments. And please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.